Hello everyone! Welcome to India's liveliest and smartest market wrap in another episode of Decode with Nitin. I'm Anika.
And I'm Raj. And what a day on Dalal Street. A little bit of drama, a little bit of delight, and a whole lot of action.
Absolutely, Raj. Let's begin with the big picture. Nifty opened the session at 255.00, moved up to an intraday high of 255.75, dipped momentarily to test support at 254.00, and finally closed at a confident 255.22, up roughly 0.24%.
Bank Nifty stole the show though. It opened at 57,000, soared to 573.00, came down slightly but ended firm at 572.56, clocking nearly 0.5% gain. It's the kind of resilience you want to see in the financial sector.
The mood today was upbeat thanks to supportive global cues, solid corporate updates, and a few breakout moves in mid and small caps. Globally, U.S. futures stayed positive during our session. European indices looked steady, and Asian markets in the morning helped set the tone with healthy gains.
Now, onto the real stars of today. Alok Industries surged more than 10%. With over 4.3 crore shares traded, a spectacular move by any measure.
Oh yes, and Lemon Tree Hotels climbed more than 6%, even hitting its highest level in a very long time. Clearly, there's something sweet in those lemons lately. Sonata Software, Schaeffler India, and Waaree Energies weren't far behind, each delivering more than 5% gains.
And let's not forget Kotak Mahindra Bank, up a handsome 4% after a very strong business update. Advances grew smartly, deposits rose meaningfully, and investors seemed happy to pile in.
Meanwhile, Trent was a little sleepy today, slipping by about 1% after its annual general meeting revealed a more modest outlook. But no harm in taking a breather sometimes.
On the volume front, Kotak Bank dominated institutional activity with thousands of crores traded. Alok Industries, as we mentioned earlier, saw over 4.3 crore shares changing hands. That's the kind of liquidity traders dream of.
Top gainers? No surprises. Alok, Lemon Tree, Sonata, Schaeffler, Waaree, Kotak Bank, and Amber Enterprises, all sparkling brighter than my weekend plans. Now let's talk flows. Foreign institutional investors continued their cautious trend, net sellers to the tune of 54778 crore this month so far. But domestic institutional investors stepped in and bought nearly 7332 crore, showing confidence. Retail investors, too, played their part, keeping the market buoyant.
And globally, the mood remains constructive. U.S. markets look upbeat, European markets are steady, and Asia earlier today was in fine spirits. Basically, the world didn't throw any nasty surprises our way, which is always welcome. Looking ahead to tomorrow, Nifty seems well supported at 254.00, while resistance is likely between 257.00 and 257.800. Bank Nifty has support near 57.000, and resistance somewhere between 577.00 and 578.00.
Sectors to watch? Banks, of course. It could surprise. And the mid and small caps look alive and kicking, particularly Alok, Lemon Tree, Sonata, Schaeffler, and Waaree, which could carry their momentum into tomorrow.
Now let's dive into the details of those much-loved stocks. Alok Industries, still on fire, looks good for a target near 252 with a stop loss around 235. In the July series, the 250 call remains attractive, slightly in the money, delta around 0.6, open interest is solid, and theta decay is manageable. The put near 230 doesn't look tempting unless we see a sudden reversal.
Lemon Tree Hotels is targeting 155, with a stop loss around 142. The July 150 call is still healthy, good premiums, solid open interest. If momentum cools, 135 put could be a hedge, but the bulls seem in control here.
Sonata Software staggered heading towards 600 with a stop near 580. The July 600 call shows a balanced risk-reward profile. Schaeffler India, breaking out beautifully, may aim for 120 with a stop near 110.
Waaree Energies could stretch toward 130 with a stop at 120. Kotak Mahindra Bank, after today's stellar run, could target 2350 with a stop around 2200. The July 2250 call has built a healthy open interest and maintains moderate implied volatility. Anant Raj, Bata, Ramco Cements, Naco Pharma, and Amber Enterprises all have room to climb higher if they hold above today's highs. But if they slip below today's lows, don't hesitate to tighten those stop losses.
Trent may attempt a recovery toward 5700 if fresh buying emerges, but keep a close eye on that stop loss at 5200. On the options front, implied volatility is still elevated, keeping premiums attractive. Calls have more open interest than puts, reflecting institutional optimism. Greeks point toward a bullish tilt, deltas hovering between 0.4 and 0.6. Moderate gammas, theta decay under control, and vega sensitivity within reasonable limits. Most of these options are comfortably at the money or slightly in the money, ideal for active traders.
Institutional investors have been consistently buying Kotak Mahindra Bank, Lemon Tree, and Sonata for the past 7 sessions, and promoters have increased their stakes in Lemon Tree and Worry, always a reassuring signal when the owners are putting their money where their mouth is.
And one last thought from the wisdom of the street. When you see strong market breadth, rising volumes, and steady global cues, the path of least resistance often remains upward. But never forget, volatility loves to sneak up when you're not watching, so stay disciplined with stop losses.
Beautifully put, Raj. That's our wrap on today's session. From global wins to domestic waves, index moves to stock stories, and option insights to institutional behavior, all served with a side of humor and heaps of expertise.
Thanks for tuning in. Tomorrow brings a new chapter, and we'll be here to decode it all for you, with plenty of insight and a bit more leg pulling. Happy investing and good evening from both of us.
Now the important disclaimer. All views and insights shared in this commentary are strictly for educational and informational purposes only. They are not intended as investment advice or stock recommendations. The markets carry risk, and past performance is not a guarantee of future returns. Please consult your SEBI-registered financial advisor before making any investment or trading decisions. The creators and hosts of this commentary are not responsible for any profit or loss incurred as a result of actions taken solely based on the content here. Trade wisely, stay informed, and remember, the responsibility for your investments lies with you.
And another important reminder for you all to subscribe to this channel. Though there is no hurry, you may do it whenever you have time.
Yes, I missed subscribing to it last time. Thanks for reminding me again. I will do it right away before I miss it again.
Sure, and I have done it long back already.
You are smart. We'll keep learning, spread knowledge, and spread happiness. See you again next time.